Hey guys, welcome back to OverTakes. This is Misfit, and I am with Kel. Kel, how you doing?
It's crunch time!
Yeah, baby, get out those Cheez-Its.
Hey guys, I'm Cal.
Uh, how
Jesus
you been?
Christ.
How was the weekend?
Good. Doing pretty good. Busy weekend at work
Well, yeah,
and all that nonsense. But
we
I
don't talk
really
about
enjoyed
nonsense.
yeah,
That's
really enjoyed this whole weekend
oh yeah,
of games
yep,
because finally it's back.
yeah. Thank God, all of the matches is finally started up. We're putting the other stuff aside, guys. If you're
Yes.
looking for that crap, go somewhere else. Go on Twitter, watch that pollution. Um, we're done with that. I'm not even mentioning
Yeah.
it tonight because I want to talk about the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Although, we had a bunch of new stuff going on. I mean, that stuff, regardless of what happened with that other stuff, I mean, it is kind of part of that. But we had new broadcasts, new channels, new things going on, and as we started the show off, I got a little too much
Got a little
crunch,
tight.
little too much crunch time going on in there.
Yeah.
And Cheez-Its are awful. Hate me.
Yeah. Yeah. There's one exception, hot and spicy, but even then, I only eat it if it's there.
Right,
I don't
right.
go out of my way to buy those.
Yeah, but okay. So let's dive into the start of some of this stuff. We're gonna talk about our first impressions on the broadcast and all that kind of thing. So
So we got confirmation on Friday officially, like hours before the broadcasts were going to start. Well, actually, on Thursday is when Wolf and Achilleos were official. It was like Thursday night
yeah,
at almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And then the next morning on Friday, we got confirmation that Uber and Mr. X were coming back.
yeah,
I mean, pretty much what we expected. If they hadn't made those announcements before,
yeah.
yeah, we pretty much knew that that's what was going to happen.
Uber.
The one that does suck that I saw, which is kind of a bummer, is the Russian team, the Russian broadcasting team, did not
Yeah, I
come
saw that
back.
too, and I found that weird.
And like there was supposed to be an announcement, but there never was. They just kind of forgot about them, which is definitely a bummer. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but yeah, that kind of sucks that played out the way it did, especially because
I mean, that's a
I
big
really
part.
feel like that's a big market. I
Yeah.
mean, that's if it wasn't for Russia and Eastern Europe, CS:GO would not be the thing that it is right now.
Yeah. And
So
also,
that's a big market that you're losing.
I mean, we're in the winter. I mean, this time of year too.
Hmm.
Theirs is like tenfold. I mean, they're not doing anything besides watching
Right.
shit. Um,
Watching shit and playing games.
and it's
Maybe
yeah,
it's just because the game itself isn't that big there. I mean,
it's
most
big
people
enough.
there.
I mean, there's a couple. I mean, Shadowburn. You had a couple of guys like
Yeah,
here and there that were in the league.
definitely.
It's just, it's, it's not. Everyone wants it to be billion-dollar operations, like we talked about, like the
Yeah,
NFL or Major League Baseball or something like that, or Premier League Soccer, or
exactly. And it's just not.
it's not.
I mean, they might be over a billion or two if you factor in like production of the game, uh, like production over the last couple of seasons, all the teams buying in. You're probably into a couple billion overall
or
with all of those factors.
deep into
But
hundreds
like,
of millions at
yeah,
least.
definitely deep in that. I mean, if each team bought in with what they did, that's at least like probably over about 600 million or so, and then
Yeah,
factoring in production of the game and all of that. But like, I mean, that's so many different things and so many different factors. Whereas for one game in the NFL, you had advertisers paying $500 million for 30 seconds of airtime.
and tripping each other
So
over each other to do it.
exactly. So I mean, this is nowhere even
Yeah.
close
So
to touching the stratosphere of any of that stuff. So
yeah,
calm down, guys. production issues happen. They happened last year. We did the same thing. Like, oh, are they going to be able to get their shit together? Within the first 2 weeks, no one talked about it again.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, there was like, there were some audio things here and there. Like, there was some audio overlapping weird stuff and things not being in sync. I thought overall, though, like...
I mean, you're in 3 different places. 2 of them are temporary places.
Yeah. I mean, you're like...
you're all over the place.
We were talking about Wolf dropped it. He was pretty proud of what happened. They were in 3 different spots. They were in L.A., Dallas, and New York, running a triple simulcast kind of broadcast, and something that's not where they're not used to it. The NFL's the NFL's used to having the desk and then having people in Tampa and Denver and Detroit, or like baseball or hockey or whatever.
And they've been doing that for decades.
Yeah.
This is literally the first time that everything is, or that things are completely different. Because even when they did the homestands, they were all there. Everyone was still there.
Yeah.
So this is a completely new animal. There's gonna be technical issues.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, and honestly, I think they handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, and I feel like they're only gonna get better as time goes on.
Oh yeah, so do I. And I had no problem with the talent and all that stuff, like the people on desk. I mean, yeah, they were a little nervous. It's the first go.
Yeah, and I mean, there was definitely some points where they were talking over each other, and like you could definitely tell where Zoe was just like, "Can you guys shut the fuck up?"
Yeah, Puckett did have a little bit more of a handle of that because he was used to it. Because I mean, that was his thing. I think Zoe was great.
I'm very impressed with Zoe. I think she did a great job. And yeah, like that's only going to come with time as she kind of grows into the role and time goes on and they get more chemistry with each other. Because that's the other thing is like, I mean, Reinforce hasn't done this for a year. This is completely new territory for Custa. And then Wolf is more of he's a caster. But I do like the idea of having them having the casters kind of rotate onto the desk. I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, because they had Achilles on Saturday and they had Wolf. I think they're getting like one team's getting off. From the travel, and they're going to LA. Well, I guess it's not off travel then. But they also have those guys that are probably going to be slated to be in Asia. That they're just kind of floating around right now.
Right.
I mean, because that's still up in the air, and we haven't heard anything about it yet. But I mean, we're not going to talk. There's really no news on that front. Next week there's going to be 4 games. So
there's nothing on that yet. I'm assuming probably if we do get any news this week, it'll probably come later in the week. But honestly, I'm not anticipating any news or updates on that. Maybe like a brief update of like we're working on it, but. Like things are still kind of up in the air, and we're trying to figure out how to reschedule these things. But that's about the most I'm anticipating this week. I feel like we're still probably a week or 2 away from really figuring out how they're going to approach that.
Yeah, because I don't think anything's going to change right now because I think we had our first death in the U.S. from the coronavirus.
Right.
I believe over the last week. So, I mean, we don't know. And there's continuing counts on deaths and just horrible situation going on over there. And you don't want to put people in that kind of jeopardy. We've gone over it, but, you don't want to throw people in that kind of a situation.
Definitely
not. It's terrible for the Chinese people, and it sucks for people that are fans, but you know what? Safety's first, man.
Exactly.
All the players and even like the crowd, you don't know who has it because it doesn't show up for like 2 weeks or whatever the hell. It's a weird thing, whatever. With that, but so I mean, it was fine. They had some transition issues, with the whole Cheez-It thing.
Yeah.
Dude just kept mashing that fucking add button. I don't know.
Right? Like, all right. I guess it is crunch time. Like, it's literally crunch time.
Yeah.
In this game, and now you're putting up this graphic in the middle of the fucking match.
Well, and then in the middle of the first desk shot they had. It was like, okay. She's like saying, she was like trying to lead in, and then they missed her lead in, and then, or she missed the mark, or somebody missed a mark, and then then she just started talking because you're fucking sitting there with your face on the screen. It's supposed to be something else.
Right.
And then they threw the ad up, and then the ad came up again, like in the middle of Reinforced talking. It's just weird, man.
Yeah. I mean,
but
hey,
it's
shit
gonna
like that
happen.
happens.
Yeah,
And yeah, you just kind of have to roll with it. That's part of being a pro. And
yeah.
like we said, like these are not billion-dollar productions.
No,
Like
they're
these are,
expensive, but they're not like
yeah.
you.
You're not NFL Today.
You don't have
You're not even
Emmy-winning TV
TNT.
producers.
You're not even like you're basically the equivalent. Like right now, they're the equivalent of like the local broadcast of like a Major League Baseball team
Yeah,
in
they're
like
like,
a small market. Is
or
probably about the amount of money
I
that
would,
they're putting into these things
yeah.
right now.
It's even on more of a. Actually, they probably spend more on production, but I'm a NASCAR fan. It's more of like NASCAR Live,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Right.
You know,
Like, I mean, as far as, yeah, just like an individual market in a small town, and it probably still not
yeah,
even approaching those.
right.
That's
And
the level that we're at right now.
well, the thing for me is they brought the info.
Yeah.
They brought the insight. That's what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was there a little wonky stuff with the other stuff? Yeah, but you know what? It was good hearing like Achilleos and Wolf throwing their 2 cents in, and Costa and Reinforce doing what they do. I liked it a lot. I thought it was good. I thought overall the casters, like on the whole for the whole weekend, were good.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we know the greatness that is Uber and Mr. X. Like, that goes without saying that they're just phenomenal at all times.
That shirt he wore today was fucking lit.
Yeah,
I need that thing. Just
oh my god.
I would not look as good as him in that shirt, but I need that fucking shirt. That thing was, and it's just they had swag, and everybody did a good job. People are nervous. It's their first time.
I was really impressed with the professionalism that Bren and Sideshow brought.
Fantastic.
I thought they were excellent. I mean, yeah, they're like, you can tell that they're definitely not as polished as some of the other guys, but I think that's something that's going to come with time. And I thought they did a really excellent job.
Oh, so did I.
When there was big moments, they were there. They were getting hyped, and they did an excellent job. And then I was really, I was blown away with the chemistry that Jaws and Hex have already.
Oh yeah, they were great.
Holy crap, they were phenomenal. There was times where like when I first heard it, I didn't even realize it was Jaws, because I've not really heard Jaws too much. I know a little bit. I've watched a little bit of Contenders, but not a whole lot. Not enough to really know these guys.
Right.
But I thought, like, for a split second, I really thought it was Uber.
Yeah. Yeah, they both have accents, and like
his accent is definitely thicker.
Yeah.
And that's, but he was
fantastic.
Great. I thought that they did a phenomenal job, and it's awesome to hear.
I thought
somebody who has so much enthusiasm and knows the game so well as much as Jaws does, and pairing him with Hex is phenomenal. Like, I'm super happy about that.
What I liked, and it goes back to last year too. They get good casters. They were all super fun. Mm-hmm. I think Jake is going to get better as it goes along. I think he's a little nervous to start.
Yeah,
once he started getting his element,
improved.
Like today, he was way better today than he was yesterday.
Absolutely, I was just gonna say, like, he was 10 times better today than he was yesterday, and like, and not even say that he was bad yesterday, but like you could tell he got far more comfortable with it today.
Yeah,
and that's awesome for him.
It's one of those things too. Where it's
VP is just a fucking pro. I love that guy.
Yeah, and
so good.
And these guys bring a great amount of hype. I mean, I like it. Uber and Mr. X in 2 matches, they were like, it was like nothing. It was like nothing happened.
Seamless, the same.
Seamless, and the other guys are going to be just as good. Because lest we forget, people were giving crap to Hex and Semler, and even Monty and Doa. They're like, "Oh, this is choppy and it's weird." No, you have to get into a flow and figure out. First off, nobody knows what the hell's going on, and no one still is going to know what's going on. So
right,
we're going to dive into some of that in a minute. Because this weekend, well, first off, let's talk about like how hype, like anyone that's out there that doesn't watch Overwatch League or doesn't get why we wanted homestands. These two crowds pretty
Now
much
you
proved
know.
it. And by the way, New York did the New York fucking treatment to that damn
Yeah,
Hammerstein
they did.
ballroom. That thing,
Yeah, they did.
that thing was, that was fucking incredible, man. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. I was like blown away. I was like, whoa. And not to mention the fact that like someone posted a picture of, and if anyone's in New York listening, I want a box of the fucking Liberos. God damn it,
Yes.
get me a box of those things. Fucking Liberos.
So good.
I mean, it's
Yes.
shit like that. I mean, then they were personalizing it, and then they had, and someone took a picture in the gear store. They had gear that you can't get anywhere else. I mean, that stuff is
Yeah.
great.
I mean, that's what I'm most excited to see. Is like seeing these teams like really embrace it and like go all out and put out exclusive merch for these homestands and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
that's so awesome. And
I'm not gonna lie, I will buy a foam torb hammer if
Yes.
it's got.
Oh my god, yes.
I
Please
own
make
foam.
that a thing.
I have foam fingers.
I mean,
and-
if any team's gonna do it, it should be the Toronto Defiant,
Yeah.
considering you have Mangachu on your roster,
yeah, exactly. And now Surefour.
right? Oh man.
What up, Ice Ham? We're just talking about the. Right now, we're talking about the crowds and how hyped they were and how awesome the crowds were. It was just unbelievable. I love energy
the
like
New York
that.
crowd blew me away.
And
like
the Dallas crowd was
Dallas, you
feeding.
could tell they wanted to get so hyped, but their team was just so bad this weekend.
They were decent today, though.
They were much better today.
And
for
you know
sure.
what?
Unfortunately, they were playing the best team in the league, hands down.
Yeah. Fisher's pissed off, and he's on a mission, and that's got to be frightening.
Yeah.
But the Dallas crowd, they fed that team to a map win.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
they were just fucking going nuts.
Yeah.
And
That map was
And the New York crowd was a New York crowd. They were booing Boston, and it was fucking unbelievable.
it
And
was great.
all right, so let's start talking about the meat of the weekend. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is I liked last year. I'm kind of being nice to last year, but fuck yeah! Oh shit! I'm knocking stuff over. We got fucking big plays, man. We got fucking
Right.
Genji blades and fucking Diva bombs. It was awesome. I was like,
So great.
dudes are popping off. What? We're not waiting for a
Right.
graph? What's going on?
Where is this coming from?
Yeah.
When did this start happening
I just
again?
like it was well, and not to mention the fact that if for as much as everyone said Sigma and we were gonna get Sigma or Orisa, I mean I think Sigma had like a pick rate of like
He had a
1%.
pretty low pick rate. It was. I mean, I think there was definitely whole matches that he didn't get picked. And then the matches that he did get picked in, he was only picked for 1 or 2 maps.
Yeah,
And that was it. Like Paris played him today for a little bit on King's Row,
that might have been the only thing.
and then I think
Someone played it. Maybe someone played
someone
it.
else played him. I want to say either Vancouver or Dallas played him. I think it might have been Vancouver.
Yeah, you know what, it was Vancouver. I think they played him a little
Yeah.
bit, but
They played it in just one map. Like
yeah,
it was like we saw very little Sigma. It was mostly we saw a lot of Rhine,
Rhine Diva.
a lot of Diva.
And Rhine
we saw
Orisa.
some Rhine Orisa. We saw a little bit of Rhine Zarya, which didn't go so well.
no, Zarya's in such a bad place right now.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not great.
yeah, she needs to. It's I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know if you give like Zarya maybe like more bubbles for like that absorb less or something. Like I don't know how you fix her, but like she's such an. I love her, the concept of her. But
Yeah, so do I.
she is so situational, and right now like there is
even in
no
the-
situations where she's viable because there's just other characters that do things better.
Diva.
Yeah,
Diva. I said this. I said this when they put the fucking booster buff on. I said they're gonna play the shit out of her.
yeah,
And-
absolutely.
Well, because especially with all the stuff that people are playing, you can eat stuff. block
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
boop stuff. It's just
How many blizzards got eaten this week?
yeah. I mean,
Like,
Troy Hoban was a fucking animal on Saturday. There was one. I forget what map it was. It was like the second. I think it was the second map they played. Who was it? I forget what it was. One of the whatever the hybrid Eichenwald or I don't know. He was playing something. He had like two blizzard
I
eats.
think it was Eichenwald, yeah.
He had 2 blizzard eats and fucking 6 bomb kills.
Ridiculous. Absolutely.
And that's the thing you
ridiculous.
forget about too with Diva. You forget that these guys, when you play the game regular, you just chuck those bombs in there. You're not waiting for a grab. These guys are fucking like McGravy had that's one of the sickest fucking team kills I've seen.
Oh my god, that was gross.
Yeah, I mean there was like just dumb stuff like death blossoms and all kinds of just it was fun to see individual guys going the fuck off.
Yes.
And that's what I missed last
Haxel.
year. Oh, well, Haxel.
Good God, man.
He's the only.
Haxel on Hanamura was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in this game.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Gig is going to be really good, man.
Yes. Yes, he is.
He's going to be good. I like he was he was a little shaky, but in spots he was really awesome.
We're definitely going to talk more about the Valiant, but let's talk. Just jump into these. So we'll talk first match, Toronto, Paris. First impressions. Paris is better than I thought.
Yeah. Well,
people are still sleeping on Toronto.
Yeah, and Eggsy, man, that dude just went and rip shitted with fucking Sim. He just fucking was like, oh, okay, I guess it's ladder. I'm gonna use Sim and just burn the fuck out of every. And they played like people in my. Like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, that's a Symmetra?
Like, wait, Symmetra? What the fuck? How do I what is happening?
But that's a
what
smart...
What are these lasers that are melting me? How did I just die? What the fuck?
It makes you feel better, though, when you're like, okay...
When even the pros died to Symmetra turrets.
You're like, alright, I got melted. So did Super. Or not Super, so did Space, or whatever, it's like, okay, these guys fucking do it, too. But that's a smart play, though, if you really think about it. And I think
she works, and I think she only works on control maps,
especially like Li Zhang.
Yeah, Li Zhang and parts of Nepal.
Yeah,
she works phenomenally on
Village. Nepal too.
Holy shit!
Well, I don't think the one that's kind of weird is probably Busan because there's a lot of open air.
Yeah. There's too many long sight lines on Busan.
Yeah.
But like when you have those kind of tight corridors, that's why like Nepal Village I think is like probably the best map for Sim.
Yeah, that and the Li Zhang night market too.
Yeah.
Because you can
that one for sure.
You get into that. You get in that fucking pagoda, and you're just like, all right, come on, try and get in one of these doors.
Right.
Well, especially with them, they have like a Lucio in there floating around. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. Toronto looked good. After the first map, I was like, ooh, everybody's right. They're terrible.
Yeah, like, oh, no. Then it really started to come together. You could kind of see them just, like, get better as the game went on. And my God, Logic's had one of the most insane headshots that I've ever seen.
Well, that's Logic's.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. You forget about how good that dude is.
Right? That was just gross.
I think you know what it is? You forget how good all of these DPS guys were.
Yeah.
In Season 1. And some of these other guys you haven't even got to see. Because and even last year, damn it, I keep knocking
What are you dropping over there? You got, like, fucking...
I got a metal water bottle, and I keep knocking it over.
Okay, let's do it.
I fling my hands around.
Sounds like you're flinging kegs of beer around.
Oh, yeah. My wife should be waking up soon.
Fair enough.
I fling my hands and I hit the metal water bottle. It just happens. I've punched people in the face from behind.
Same.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel you.
What was I saying before I started knocking shit over? Who knows?
Talking about Toronto.
Oh yeah, Toronto.
Logics and how, or
Oh,
DPS and
yeah,
how
like
disgustingly good most of these guys are.
yeah, you forgot because last year, even when they were playing DPS, they were playing like Pharah and shit, and they were
Yeah.
doing a little bit of DPS here and there, like some McCree and this and that,
Even then, it was still like,
or May, and
even
then
when they were able to actually play DPS, it was like, it was team kills, basically.
yeah,
Like, the whole team was contributing to the big play that they were making.
right.
Like,
It was
anytime there was
all
a big Pharah play, it was because somebody set it up with a grav or something like that, like a big shatter,
yeah,
anything like that. Whereas, like, now it's just like, oh shit, they just set up their own thing and they
yeah,
just got a big play.
like today, Striker just going ham.
Oh my god, that team is broken.
Yeah,
Like,
if the game has balancing issues, San Francisco has balancing issues.
yeah,
That whole team is fucking broken.
yeah, they are
They're
they're
thick
meta
McCree.
proof. They're like, yeah,
They're,
it's
they're thick McCree with the
bizarre.
speed gun.
right. Oh my god. All right, so let's move on to. So I mean, Toronto, Paris. I mean, that's definitely not what it's
Well-
part of what we expected, but I think Paris put up more of a fight than we expected them to.
Yeah, and I also think that Beast was a little shaky to start. I think he's going to be okay. He looked pretty
Yeah.
good for the rest of the match.
Yes, I agree.
He had a couple of really big shatters. He did some good stuff. I think nerves and all that kind of thing. I think once it gets through and he gets back into the groove, I think he's going to be okay. And that was one of the biggest questions on this team that I had was what the hell is he going to do? One of the things though that we kind of talked about when the match was going on was pretty much everybody was straight divaing, but it doesn't seem like Nevix can play. I don't know what his hero pool is
Yeah,
because
Yeah,
he didn't
he
switch off
literally
diva
was
even
like-
when it was failing.
yeah.
Which I was a couple times I was like, you might want to switch off and try
Yeah.
something else. But what else
He
do
was
you
just
try?
getting wrecked by May at times.
But that's kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
The way with the speed boost and all that, you got to have. It was like you have to have diva and goats with the grav because you want to try to eat the grav, and these guys can do that like religiously.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do think. Overall, Toronto really impressed me, and I think they're gonna be a team that continually gets better.
Yeah, and I think Paris did a lot more.
And Paris did way more than I ever expected
Yeah.
them to, and
Ben-
this isn't even their final form.
Yeah, and Ben Best played really well in this match.
Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a roar or no smite.
Yeah,
It's sort
Ben
of the
Best
same.
played. I mean, honestly, both of them.
Yeah.
The bits that they played in both games that they played in, I think their tank line is far stronger than we gave them credit for.
Yeah, I do too. And then when they get Hanbin in and Sparkle somewhere down the line, they're going to be really good.
Yeah, this team. I mean, if they're playing this well right now, watch the F out one day
Yeah.
when all these other guys come in. My God.
Yeah, Sparkle doesn't come in till like way late though, like end of May.
Yeah, it's like May 31st. I think.
I
they
mean,
said.
they might still have some time, especially
But,
with.
I mean, their season goes on till August. So, I mean, they'll at least get probably 2 months out of him.
Yeah, that's true.
And if they keep playing the way they are, I think they'll be in a good enough position that when he comes in, he can make an impact and they can really go on a big run.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next match. We had London and New York. Pretty much went the way we thought it was going to.
Minus the first map.
Yeah.
London looked really good in that first map.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh boy, this London team's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
and then New York was like, no, we're still New York.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I don't remember exactly who tweeted it, but there was a tweet that I saw that was just like, basically, this is just proving that New York has set themselves up as an organization to just let their players thrive, and to continually be this good is a testament to everything that they've set up.
Well, and they were doing some things right too, because like I noticed how they were rotating people in.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would rotate in, Bianca would play, but it would be with Mono, Animo, Jonak, and then they would have Who Are You in there, or somebody would say Yobi, like one of the younger.
Mhm.
They'd have two of the younger guys in with all the veterans.
Yes.
So it wasn't like just like, all right, we're just gonna yeet all these fucking guys that have never been on stage up on there, and let's see what happens. I like the way they're running things, and we're big Hoppa fucking fans anyway, and he was just gross this weekend.
Just proving that he is like he is a top 3 off tank.
And we were kind of doing maybe he's holding the seat for Bianca. I think there's a definite plan there. And one of the things we didn't talk about actually is teams running 2 main tanks.
Yeah. A lot of we did kind of mention there was a lot of Orisa Rhine. So for these teams to be so good and versatile to overcome that is pretty impressive.
I think the Diva Rhine is overpowering that because you can just go.
Yeah,
it's a definite rush.
Especially when you've got
it's a good
Lucio.
rush comp. Yeah, you just rush the Orisa and it's over.
Yeah,
and then you can potentially take over whatever you want with the Diva, being mobile, and Rhine just kind of, putting the barrier up, and they generally had a McCree with that, which just from, and of course these guys are just gross with McCree, like fucking ridiculous.
My God.
Yeah.
But yeah, New York just.
I mean, London didn't look terrible. I think that there's potential for this team.
There is. I really do think that, there is potential. It's a rough start. I mean, you're playing 2 teams. Like you play probably one of the best teams. You definitely play the best team in your conference.
You played a team that everybody's underestimating.
Exactly, who was out to prove that they are not as bad as everyone anticipated them being.
I just laughed because I looked at the line. So when we did our Friday show, the line was for Sunday for London was plus 140. They win one map on New York, and it flipped to minus 140 or 175.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that just shows like these numbers are gonna be
a little
over
wonky
the place in these first couple of weeks, minus like a few ones where like especially like when it comes to like.
I thought
Vancouver,
that was the best pick
New
on the
York.
board too of the whole weekend.
Yeah, we really did.
I underestimated Paris. I just thought
That's really what it comes down to.
I just thought they were just kind of like placeholder guys. They went out there and fucking played all weekend long.
Did.
All right, so let's move to Dallas now. Best game of the weekend.
Hands down! My God, this game was so good.
There were so many filthy plays in that. Birdring actually showed up, which is a good sign for the Gladiators. The unfortunate thing for the Hong, that was like ultimate professional Overwatch moment where Rouge Hung looks in the sky and hits Hoxel with a fucking nano boost.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. That one he had on fucking Hanamura, where he was just like, you guys aren't getting out of spawn, you're just gonna die, and I'm gonna crawl in your spawn, and I am literally gonna be in your asshole.
Yeah. I mean, how stacked is Vancouver's freaking support line?
Yeah.
When you can interchange Twilight and Rouge Hong, and then you have Slime as your main, like.
Well, that's why I kept saying after I was like, all right, the Visuals thing. I'm like, but the rest of the guys on this team are fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, in your DPS rotation, it's Haxel, Stitch, and Silman Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's terrible.
And Silman Sue was disgusting this weekend.
And so was Stitch.
Yeah.
Stitch was doing dumb stuff, too. And Janu is a top 5 off-tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we were the only people that were like,
when he's like the lesser of the people. Yeah. That shows you. Just because Janu is incredible. This team is insane.
And the fact that the Gladiators took them
to 3,
to map 5. I mean, the Gladiators. I'm not too certain on them, but
I think they definitely.
If Birdring plays like he played that game, they're going to be good.
Absolutely, I agree. I think this showed that the Gladiators might be finally able to take a step forward, even though they didn't get this win. And I feel like I said this last year a bunch of times, but even then, like a lot of the time, like it really felt like this game could have gone either way, and like you just never really got that vibe. Even when it would go to 5 games in a game like this, you always knew that the better team was going to beat them. Whereas like this one, it was just like Gladiators might actually pull this out.
Yeah, and I found it interesting too with the Gladiators that they actually played LH Cloudy over OG, not 90% of the time, and that's a good point.
I'm really surprised by that.
That was the weirdest thing of like the day, like everyone won map 1 and it got smoked.
Yeah,
a control map. And the ironic thing is London won the control map and then got fucking buried. The team that can't win. Different team, but the uniform's the same. But yeah, I thought the LH Cloudy thing was kind of weird. I don't know what, I mean, maybe he's playing better than Oj. I mean, but they're running good rotations and stuff, and Deepe's smart. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, the only weird, questionable thing in that match was when they went on Nepal into Sanctuary with birdering on Widow. I fucking hate Widow on that map.
Oh my god.
There's like, right? I mean, he's a god. There's not enough sight lines, and you can just get absolutely roasted.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Or there's too many like hiding spots and stuff where you can kind of just peek around and then, or sneak up on the Widow.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. I never thought that was the best. Running her on Nepal anyway is not great. But that's every match I'm in. So.
It looks like our video is getting a little wonky.
Oh, what's going on?
At least on there.
I'm fine on here. I don't have any like alerts or anything like that. That was the weirdest thing of like the day.
And then it looks like it cut off of on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we're getting a little pixeled. I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay. Yeah, YouTube seems to be fine now. But it like stopped it.
Yeah, Twitter I look like I'm made out of Legos. Or Twitch. Weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Because everything's fine on my end. It usually tells you when you're dropping the frames.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, it disconnected really quick.
And
it hooked back up. So there's going to be a gap. Sorry, guys, there's a gap here. Don't know why we have that, but...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the last match of Saturday night. We had the Valiant and the Fuel, and nobody saw this coming.
Nope. Oh, Dallas.
Yeah.
And, apparently the Scrimbucks matter. Let's...
Yeah, right? So, KSP is a god.
He's good, and KSF was really good. Their supports were really good. They played just phenomenal, and
Gig is a beast.
Yeah,
just overall this team.
McGravy was good. I was yelling about keeping McGravy when the Mayhem got rid of him, and they really did the thing that they did. I liked him a lot. I thought he was, I thought people were giving him a lot of shit for no reason.
I like McGravy a lot, honestly. And the thing is, like, he looks like, I mean, I don't want to say he's one of the weaker parts, but I think there's guys that are definitely better than him, and that's really good for this team.
Yeah.
Because he's a good player, and the fact that they have other guys that can complement that is really, really good things for this team.
Yeah.
Overall.
And I think their attitude is well, fuck this, man. Everybody thinks we're gonna suck. Let's just go out there and prove them wrong.
Exactly.
And they did that right off the bat.
Yeah.
They worked Dallas.
Yeah, they really did.
And at some point with Dallas, I don't know. I feel like you could put that London team that won the championship in there. You could put Profit on that team, and they would just be average.
Yeah, like it just. I don't know. So in this game in particular, their DPS tried really, like, it reminded me of season 1 Dallas Fuel when basically Effect was trying to carry the whole team.
Yeah.
Because no one else was getting anything done. Like Crimzo looked
okay.
average. I think
Gamsu looked okay.
Gamsu and Note was god awful in this game.
He was terrible. They were better off
the
with
amount
Trill
of times that he must have been demac'd. It had to be in the double digits for each.
Well, and then they ran Zarya, and they got absolutely fucking roasted.
God, I don't know what the hell they were trying to do on that. That was one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. Like, it's like if it didn't work, like I realize you're at 77% on your alt charge.
The grab doesn't matter,
dude. Just fucking switch. Like, it doesn't matter. They've already proven that this matchup is just dog shit for you.
It's gonna take another.
You need to hard hold because you got smashed trying to capture the second point.
And they actually looked really good when they were running Gamsu and Trill. Way better than they looked when they were running Gamsu and Note.
Yeah.
When they were running that double main tank thing.
Absolutely.
That was working better for them than anything else, and they were just kind of meh.
Yeah. The tank line was really disappointing. I mean, and Gamsu's usually really good, but this was probably one of the worst matches I've ever seen him play.
Yeah, he was kind of average.
Average at best.
And I don't. And their DPS.
There was times where he just looked downright bad.
Yeah, I mean Doha and Decay were doing all they could do, and their
that was really the only shining moment for this team was Doha and Decay, because the supports weren't able to really get anything going because they were getting eaten alive because the tanks were dying so fast.
Yeah, and Note looked terrible, and I thought it was going to be good because he could get back on Diva, but then they were doing weird shit like running Zarya. Come on, man. I mean, you can also tell too. It was kind of neat to see they were kind of running a little bit different metas of the teams that were in the different cities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were the New York.
I did like that
a little bit, just because they're practicing against each other. Mm-hmm. But I just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. As per usual with Dallas.
What do you know?
It's like it's like watching the Cowboys. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, you have the best offense in the league, and you're just gonna piss it away.
Yeah, and some of that
for no reason.
I don't want to start slamming on fucking Arrow yet.
Yeah,
but coaching matters way more this year. I don't care what anyone says, but coaching by doing not necessarily setting up plays like normal, but situationally setting people up for, when to switch, what to switch to. I mean, if they had headsets on and he was in contact with, I would have been screaming at Note, like, get the fuck off of the Zarya.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about. Yeah. It's going to take you an hour to get to 100%. You could get at least a Diva bomb.
And when he finally did and he used it, it was too late.
Yeah.
And it
was
completely ineffective because they had zero follow-up available.
Well, didn't someone I think someone dropped a blizzard on top of it or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Something happened.
So, there was just... I think, they put a Maywall up in front of themselves. And it was just like, okay, well, they're fine. And they're still on the cart. And the biggest thing was there was zero follow-up.
Yeah.
Because they put a Maywall in between.
Yeah.
So it was really just a Rhine swinging on them, and they just healed through it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was just... Ugh.
It was just bad.
Yeah. And the Valiant played really good. Packing 10's an underrated coach.
Yeah.
I mean, he did a lot with them last year when they went from garbage to, almost making the playoffs and missed by one game.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I mean, he's doing a lot with this team.
I really do think that the Valiant are going to be a surprise team at this point.
And Dallas is just...
They did a lot to show, and Dallas is still Dallas.
Some things don't change in the Overwatch
League.
Yeah, they
really don't. All right, let's move on to today.
Uber has a great shirt game, and Dallas is just whatever they are. So
the constants in the Overwatch League.
the constants.
They are basically the death and taxes of the Overwatch League.
Yeah.
All right, so today we had London and Paris, and this is where we saw
Paris.
I mean, we wrote off the first part of London being like, they just got beat by a superior team in New York. But Paris
and they
took
showed
advantage
up
of everything and they just completely shit on them.
Yeah, they fucking annihilated them, man.
They crushed.
Yeah, and everybody on that team played well too. It wasn't, you know, I mean, Eggsy was or XZI or Eggsy. I think they were calling
XZ or XZ, something like that.
I'm calling him Eggsy.
He played really well.
Eggsy, like in Kingsman.
Yeah,
he's not an English guy.
Overall, I think everyone on this team
good.
played phenomenally.
Yeah.
Nico played fantastic. Eggsy,
Yeah, Nico's May was
Ben
pretty
Best,
filthy.
Ben Best and Nosemite
And
together
FD God
really
was
well.
dumb, man.
Yeah,
that was a guy that came out of nowhere that I heard nothing of. Man, he had a couple of fucking clutch boops today and stuff. I mean, and just annihilating people on Lucio, which is.
Especially when you had a guy like Gray. Like I thought Gray would be more
or
of the
Cruz,
constant,
it was Cruz was mostly in there. Before
Cruz was, yeah. But I mean, that just shows that they've got some real depth at support with their four guys. Considering we didn't even see Cruz at all.
Yeah, and the thing is I mean, I don't know what the factor is. Is London that bad, or is Paris that good? I think Paris is better than we thought. I don't think they're fantastic. I think London is not as good as we thought they were.
I think London is not as good as we thought they were going to be.
Glister had moments.
I do think London is going to be better down the line, but right now, I like the first half of the season. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, Glister had moments where he was good.
Yeah, I do think that they have a lot of potential, but until they really get more games under their belts and are able to play more together and just play more games overall, they're going to really struggle. It's going to take a while for them to really come into their own. Yeah,
it is. And I just think Paris right now is the better team, which is scary because down the line they're going to get the chosen one, this year's chosen one.
If Paris can keep themselves and just maintain and hover around 500 until Sparkle comes in, watch out.
Yeah,
I really do think they could make a deep run.
Him and I don't know what their hero pools are like, but him and Eggsy or XZ, that could be a pretty filthy duo.
Absolutely.
But yeah, there's really not much to talk about. I mean, they just absolutely just wiped them.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no like moments where you're like, okay, this could go. It was just
it was just total domination from start to finish.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no winning first map, losing all the rest this time.
Yeah. I mean, considering Paris had 4 minutes left on King's Row.
Yeah.
When they finished it, like London was just barely able to get that first point, and then they pushed it all the way. But it's like you had a minute in the time bank versus 4.5.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah, exactly. It was just shit like that in that game. It's Paris was superior.
Yeah.
Next match, speaking of superior, we had NYXL just flexing.
New York and Boston rivalry.
Yeah. Well,
not much of a rivalry in this league right now.
Not yet.
I think it's just honestly becoming further and further evidence that Boston, the reason they had the run that they did in the first season was 100% because of Krusty.
Yeah, and Striker.
And Striker.
I'm just playing around the stat thing. If you look at the records in the Overwatch League for like...
Striker's so gross.
Dude, if you look at like some of the records from the Overwatch League in Season 1, Striker holds like 5 of them.
I believe that.
From like
100%
hard carrying the fuck out of every match that they had.
Yeah.
But this match, New York is just. I mean, we said they were going to be good, but they were nuts.
If there's going to be any year that New York is going to take home a championship, this is probably their best chance.
Yeah, because I mean
the versatility that this team has. I mean, the amount of different characters that they were playing. There was no one set matchup that they were playing. No. They have their DPS rotation, the versatility that their tanks have, and then you have Animo and Jonak. Like,
Yeah, and they even played
What do you
Mandu
do? Yeah, like,
today. And Jonak is just filthy on Anna. Well,
I
everybody
love
on
how
that
much
team is
Anna
just.
play we've gotten this weekend.
I
So
know.
good.
Like, and then you had some Tracer play. You had fucking Saviobi just, like, doing Saviobi things again. It
Yeah,
was fucking great. I was, like, watching them going, ooh, man, this is like stage one, uh, year one New York Excelsior.
right.
Yeah, minus
Yeah,
no
and
Zen
it was
play.
just this was just decimation from start to finish.
Yeah.
Like as much as we talk Paris destroying London, like New York absolutely manhandled Boston in this game.
I mean, you knew it was going
Like,
to happen. I mean,
yeah.
the odds today were like 12. It was minus 1250.
Yeah. There was
I do like
zero
esports odds
chance.
though, in the fact that they're just ridiculous. It's like,
Yeah.
sure, bet the favorite. It's going
You
to cost you
can.
literally your whole bank account to win $100
Right.
if you're that
No
nuts.
kidding.
I mean, yeah, it was an easy $100, but you still got to throw $1,200 on the table.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they were just insane.
Yeah.
And they,
Just a machine.
yeah,
An absolute machine.
and you forget how, like, when you after you watch them play, you know, yeah, you get in this like, oh, they lost in the playoffs, and you're doing all the negative narrative about the team. And then you watch them play today, and you're like, oh man, I forgot how good fucking Mono is. Oh my god. And then it's like and then Jonak and all of them. I was just like watching a good team play is almost more impressive than watching a good game sometimes.
Yeah.
Just the precision, and it's not like, you know, someone on Boston would be a like a quarter of a step out of place, and they would just be like, "Oh, you're dead."
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing we did not talk about in the beginning is I forgot to mention this with the Toronto match. How many times did fucking Kareev sleep dart them playing? I forget who was playing Genji. Just absolutely fucking just
Oh yeah.
negating Dragon Blade. Just like, no, ploop. I was,
I think was it Nico
yeah, it might have
playing
been Nick.
Genji?
It's like
I think it was.
it was like like or Jonak. Kareev would like be like, yeah, his ult's up. I'm gonna just go bang around the corner. All right, you're gonna sleep for a while. It's fucking
No
stupid.
kidding.
Jonak was doing that today too. It was just like sleep dart after sleep dart, just ridiculous.
Uh, really the best. Honestly, some of the best Ana play we saw today or this weekend was from Architect. But we're
Yeah.
gonna get more into that in a couple of games.
Yeah.
So let's talk Vancouver LA Valiant, which honestly, like
The
for it
Valiant,
being a 3-0 game,
the
Valiant
Valiant
looked
put up
really
some
good
good
in this
fights
game.
there.
They really did.
They were really in it. Like they were kind of. They were playing along with them. I mean, they were in every team fight. It's just that Vancouver's better.
Yeah, Vancouver just was the superior team.
Yeah,
Is really what it was.
and it's, you know, you can say what you want about Fissure, like
Mhm.
I have on multiple occasions, but goddamn, when that guy is focused, you're not beating that dude.
No.
And if he goes through that in 28 games, which it's very well possible that he's going to be that focused, because everyone was like, "Well, you're done," and he's probably like, "You fuck you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that's going to be his motivation and that's what
Yeah.
it takes, then good for him. For his sake and Vancouver's sake, I hope that is the case, because I think that having three teams as good as New York, Vancouver, and San Francisco is just good for the league.
Yeah, and we haven't seen
and-
Atlanta yet, and they're
Yeah, and we haven't seen Atlanta
should
yet.
be
either.
as good.
Absolutely.
And
So I think if all four of those teams can be of this level, then this league is really set, and we're in for some really, really fun stuff to watch.
yeah, because I watched that match pretty close today. I mean, I was it was one of the, because it was shitty out here in Cleveland. If you guys saw my picture from me grilling on Twitter,
Right.
I really don't care. I'll grill in a blizzard like I did in the middle of the afternoon. But because I wanted to see, you know, what was up with the Valiant. Vancouver's just, like we said about the first game, you forget it, you know, everyone's writing them off. Oh, they're
Yeah.
not as good. They're going to be the 10th ranked team in the league. All this shit. No, they're not.
Not when you have guys like they do.
Yeah.
When you have the talent that team does,
When you have
you just
Fissure aside, that's a championship team.
absolutely
They're a championship team with fucking Janice as their main tank.
right. Exactly. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, just you can't write this team off.
Pick one of the fucking Mayhem's main tanks for the last 2 years. They'd win a championship on that team. They're just that good.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Yeah, the Valiant put up a good show though this whole weekend.
They really did.
way more.
I'm very impressed with that team.
Yeah. So when we actually get to a point where we do our power ranking kind of thing, I don't think they're going to be in the bottom 2 or 3.
No. No, they definitely took a big jump up
Yeah.
for me. And honestly, I feel like even in our like tier list or whatever,
Yeah,
or
I think
whatever
they kind of bumped
the
up.
odds thing, I think they definitely jumped up a significant amount
Yeah.
in the overall odds.
Yeah, I don't think they're plus 10,000 anymore.
No, definitely not.
Or,
Let's
which would
move
be
on to-
roughly 1,000 to 1 if you're just betting on it, like $1 to whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the last game of the day.
Yeah.
The San Francisco Destroyers of everything that is holy
Yeah.
versus the Dallas. Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas going to Dallas. But Dallas showed up for this one.
I will say Dallas looked a hell of a lot better in this game. Unfortunately, their best performance came against the best team in the league, and that's just not good enough.
Yeah, they took a map from them, which I would call that a win.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, there was a couple. They could have been up 2-1, but Stryker was like, "Nah, I'm gonna 1v6 this until my other guys come back." Right. There's gonna be 2 of you left.
And Violet's sick or whatever. So we're just gonna put Architect on Anna, and he's gonna play some of the best Anna you're gonna see all weekend.
Yeah. I think there was a point where he was like I think he was on top 500 with Anna on his account.
Yeah,
so
I'm not surprised by that.
Well, I mean, he's got godlike aim anyway.
Good lord, the sleeps that he was hitting in this game. I mean, like, some of them weren't that impactful, but it was just like how?
Yeah,
how did you hit that?
I did not know you were in that line of sight, but okay.
Like, you just threaded that through, like, 4 different things that I didn't even know was possible to, like, put it in that angle, like, fucking ridiculous.
It was like Mahomes throwing one of those no-look passes.
Yeah.
It was just
You're just like, wait, what? Did that just happen?
Yeah. Like, there was a couple times Bren got caught off guard. He's like, oh, okay, somebody's sleeping. Well,
just insanity.
Yeah.
And then you have Sinatra and Stryker going off. I think Rascal got to play one. He got to play the final
Rascal.
map.
I think Rascal played in there a little bit. Super had
But he
a
was
couple
playing
of...
DPS. Super on Havana. Holy God.
Dude, he was like him on Reinhardt's fucking stupid. He might be he might be the best Reinhardt in the league. He's at top 3.
Yeah.
He had at one point there where he just got a 5 kill. He went bumper.
Oh my God. That was insanity.
Yeah.
That freaking. It was like the.
It was going into.
Was that them on defense? Or was that them?
That was them pushing. They were pushing, and they were right before.
That was them pushing on Havana.
Right before when they get to the point 1, the distillery.
Yeah, the first point. It was like right in front of there, and he just comes in and like gets a disgusting pin and
just
like
inserts
himself into the middle of their team. Is just like swing dead, swing dead, swing dead, swing dead, quadruple kill.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And here we are.
They're super.
One thing we didn't say about one last point on Toronto, the Valiant and Vancouver
game.
The Valiant did do a fucking work them on Blizzard World. I think they had they set the record, I think, on the.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you did that to the best team in the league. You got to be kind of good.
Yeah, definitely.
But okay, back to this one. I just wanted to bring that up. I thought that was a interesting point, because that was the weirdest Blizzard World I think I've ever seen, where both teams had like 4 minutes in a time bank, roughly.
Yeah. Yeah, you never see that
No
on
one gets
Blizzard
to the
World.
fucking second point, let alone
Right.
you never get into. Well, it's like Diablo 4. You never really see it.
Exactly. Oh god.
Anyway, but yeah, the fucking San Francisco is dumb. They were just, and Dallas put up a good fight, but you can't mess with this team because
No.
And the thing is their players are smart because they were talking with I think Reinforce was talking with Sinatra, and he was just like,
Reinforce tweeted about Sinatra,
yeah,
and how he was like, oh, like wrapping my. It was the gif of what's his name from like where he's like all the math stuff is
oh
like
yeah,
all floating around him with
anything or Sunny in Philadelphia.
The Hangover.
Oh, The Hangover.
The Hangover one.
Yeah.
And it's like it's showing that, and she's like me trying to calculate Sinatra switching to Doomfist instead of May, and like all the counters and stuff. And then Sinatra replied to that with like, "Oh no, I just got mad because I died as May," and I was like, "Guys, I'm gonna switch to Doomfist. Trust me."
Yeah. Well, the thing is that
just it.
well, that's the thing with that team. They trust each other.
Yeah.
And the thing is he's like he's gonna play Doomfist, and they're all like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
So
Yeah.
I was just happened I turned on Twitter real quick, and Slasher just tweeted, Korea better than North America at video games and now movies,
Yeah.
because Parasite just won. Which is amazing.
Yeah. I gotta actually see that.
I gotta see it too. I've not seen it, but it's just hilarious that
Oh yeah.
that is the case. I love it.
Oh man. So let's talk. All right. Who had the? I mean, we were kind of going as we were going. Who do you think had the biggest like pop off weekend? I mean, there were so many guys that were just like playing, making sick plays everywhere.
My pick is Haxel.
Yeah.
His Genji stuff was just unreal.
It was like disappointing if he didn't get. I mean, he got a 3 kill. I was just like, oh, that's it.
That's it, right?
There's no more. Yeah,
it's a toss up between what Haxel did on Hanamura and Super on
just
on
mashing
Havana
people.
there.
Yeah, and
like,
then there was a like striker in that first, like just taking that over. Dallas should have had that first map.
Right, and nope.
Just went,
Striker's like no.
Yeah,
no, I'm busting out my Boston Uprising days.
Yeah, except for
I'm just gonna win this map by myself.
Yeah. And there was a couple other ones where like Sabiobi went kind of ham. Everybody was like, there's a lot of guys like the players that you finally, instead of like talking about how so and so mitigates the fucking bullshit blah blah alt economy bubble management. No, this guy got a 4 kill or 6 kill or whatever. Finally, we can talk about that again. You know,
finally,
like,
I'm so happy about this.
I mean, Hotba like was just eating the fucking Spitfire for lunch.
He was
like literally, like anything that they threw out, it was like, okay, I'll just
be like, yum.
It's like throwing treats to one of those trick dogs and just like throwing him up in the air, and he's just like diving at
doing
him.
a backflip and catching it, catching it mid flip.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that. Oh, now I'm gonna bomb and kill 4 of you.
Yeah,
I think, and that was another thing. Just seeing D.Va being played like D.Va.
Yes.
Not defense matrixing, blocking.
Weird. Yeah.
Putting the
just
bomb,
like
putting the bomb next.
D.Va.
Putting the bomb by the grav, waiting for the Zen, and maybe you get some outlier.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is over.
Yeah. I mean, so strategy-wise, some of that stuff was good, but I'm just glad to see guys playing, and you know, seeing where this meta goes for the first couple of weeks is going to be really interesting, because I mean, next week we only have 4 games, which we're going to get into. Obviously, our preview is probably going to be a little bit shorter this week.
Yeah,
I mean, but on the converse, we have 4 games to talk about, and we can dive into them a little bit more and talk about things, even though we haven't seen these teams really. We can still talk some about, because we've seen a few matches. We could probably pull some things out of here, what we're going to see and all that. But I'm thinking, if this continues, first week bans, Diva or Rhine.
Yeah, I would say probably Diva or Rhine.
Because I think they're randoming it out of a pool of the top played. So it would probably be...
so it's gonna, at least for the league, it's gonna be the top played characters.
And then randomly selected out of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
a tank,
it's gonna be like
DPS
one tank, 2 DPS, 1 support. So like this week it would probably be
Rhine Diva.
Rhine Diva, probably Reaper May, McCree.
Yeah, Reaper May,
two
McCree.
of those 3, and then either
I would say
Anna or Lucio.
Anna, Lucio, and you can throw Baptiste in there too because they were playing him a little bit.
Yeah, there was a lot of Bap, but I feel like there was definitely a little more Anna, Lucio. Lucio was almost always picked, but it was a toss up between Anna, Lucio, Moira, and Bap.
Yeah, well,
it was usually some kind of combo of those 4.
Yeah, because
those 3
teams are running those rush down.
Yeah,
comps, which I like. I like that kind of play. It's the just charging at each other with the speed and all that. Yeah, I mean. I'm interested to see where it goes next week. I mean, it's going to be mapped to... Well, I guess it didn't really map... It was sort of mapped to him because you got Sim on Li Jiang.
It wasn't, yeah.
You got Sim on Li Jiang. You got a little bit of different stuff here and there. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, this was definitely a lot of variety, and a lot of teams just kind of trying to figure out... Because there is no... there's no one, completely overpowered thing that works for every single situation.
Yeah.
Because there are things, even with a comp that is pretty good, there's ways to counter that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm very happy with how this has played out so far.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to see how some of these other teams, or how the teams that we haven't seen yet, approach it, and then how some of these teams adjust going into next week as well.
Yeah, if we're going to get copycats from hell, or people are just going to be like, you know what, let's try and do what we're good at.
Right. As soon as anybody figures out something that just rolls,
something that's broken,
hero bans will come in and it won't matter.
Yeah, exactly. All right, before we sign off, let's talk about our picks for the weekend.
Oof.
It wasn't.
It wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
What was the one that we were split on?
We were split on Vancouver and the Gladiators. I had Vancouver.
Yeah.
You had the Gladiators. We pretty much went same across the board. We lost the London-Paris one.
Yeah.
And as far as our potential wagers go, I lost 2 out of my 3 that I liked. Mm-hmm. I liked Toronto, I liked Dallas, and I liked London today. I didn't like Dallas today. I liked Dallas yesterday against the Valley.
Yeah.
And I liked London. I thought London was going to make me make up anything that went wrong on.
Yeah, that's definitely what we were banking on.
Because it's just the first week you're just trying to find a couple of things here and there.
Exactly.
Apparently we didn't.
We did not.
Yeah. But yeah, I went 3-1 yesterday and 3-1
So
today.
I went 2-2 yesterday, and then
3-1 today.
3-1. Then we both went 3-1 today.
Yeah, so I'm up by 1 game.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll talk a little bit about next week. I mean, obviously, like we were saying, we only have 4 games. We're going to do the same format. I hope you guys like that because we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
We have, my team's good this year, and I get to open the season against the Outlaws. The only problem is I believe it's in Houston.
Ooh, is it?
Yeah. That don't matter. We're going to go in there and shut them people up.
I mean, you could do what everybody did to Dallas this weekend.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think they're on the Titans level, though. I think it's in Houston.
No, Philly.
Philly, that's right, Philly. Oh, I got confused. So
yeah, you got Florida, Houston, Washington, Philly on the first day, and then Washington, Houston the second day, and Florida, Philly.
Okay. I see it as a 1-1 weekend for my team, but we'll talk more about that, and dive into it because I think Philly's going to be good. I mean, it's going to be a short weekend next weekend.
It is. It's a bummer.
Yeah, which is a bummer, but you know what? And I'm dying to see some of those other teams play too. I hope something.
I know. I really wanted to. I really wanted to see Seoul.
Yeah, and
I really want to see
Chengdu,
Shanghai. Yeah,
I want to see
all of those.
I want to see all the damn matches. I'm not going to lie, man. Well, I'm sure they'll figure something out soon. Well, whether they play them in China or they play them here or they play them in Korea, they'll come up with something.
Yeah.
But safety first is the ultimate necessity for that. But
for sure.
So yeah, we're going to do the same format. We're going to have obviously our little Saturday pick thing is not going to be as long.
Definitely.
I'm sure some things are going to happen this week, some of which we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
But not to talk about it, but to talk about it. I'm done with the negative bullshit. I want to talk about why I'm watching this. I don't care if someone watches CS:GO. I don't care if someone watches LOL. I don't care if you watch Smash Brothers, someone playing Minecraft. Do what you do. Just let me watch what I want to watch. Don't say it's a dead game.
On that note, fucking Puckett coming for blood. Just tweeted a lot of bullshit on the weekend feed. Remember, there are those who matter and there are those who tweet about what matters. Hashtag trust the creators, not the creations. Let the game tell the story. Hot damn.
Puckett with the knowledge.
Right.
Thank you for dropping that, by the way. But that's kind of like along the lines of what I'm saying. I don't care what watch CS:GO. What do you care? Yeah. Why, if you don't like Overwatch, what do you care about Overwatch League?
Exactly.
Why does it matter? I don't play CS:GO I played it a little bit.
I take jabs at CS:GO, but I mean it's mostly all in good fun.
Yeah.
It just blows me away that people care that much about a game. But like at the same time, the longevity of that game, that's fucking incredible.
Right.
Like that people still give a shit about a game that was literally a mod.
Yeah.
Like it created it as a mod for a game that came out in 2001.
What was it?
Or no, Half-Life came out in 1998.
Yeah. Let's say
Counter-Strike was a mod for a game that came out in 1998. I mean, obviously, it was basically just a continuation of that on the Half-Life 2 engine, but it's basically the same game that it's like almost exactly the same game as it was back then.
And
there's a few things that have changed, I'm sure, but like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There's no reason to act like, basically what I'm getting at, there's no reason to act like 9-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly.
And that goes for the other crap too.
Mm-hmm.
Grow up, move on, do what you do, have fun doing what you do. Let us do what we do and have fun with it. I don't need to go on. It's social media, so there's just filth everywhere. But I mean, yeah, I was getting mad because every time I was trying to like look for something, it was somebody else like throwing some other garbage up there. Whatever, shut up, don't care.
Yeah.
I literally don't care.
Yeah, I mean it's whatever.
Yeah.
Just move on.
Yeah, because I want to talk about what we talked about today.
Exactly.
That's why I'm here, man. I'm here to talk about if I actually was betting, I would probably be sleeping in the snow right now.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that London line changed as drastically it did, or I would have been out a couple of simoleons there.
Right.
It wouldn't have been as bad though. Anyway, so all right, guys, that's been our first live stream of the season for week 1 in the Overwatch League. Like we were talking about, we're gonna be back at you somewhere middle to the end of the week with our preview show for week 2. Going to be a little shorter. We don't have as many matches, but we can talk about individual matches more. One side note, I was talking with Deathblow today. We are kind of bummed that they're not dropping the stupid replays faster than like Tuesday. But
Same with the stats.
Yeah, the stats.
I wish those things came a little bit sooner. I get why they're waiting till Tuesday for the stats, because you're going to have games that are going to end at like 5 o'clock in the morning on
Monday.
Whenever they do the Korea and China ones and stuff.
Yeah, well, the replay ones. Like,
same with the replays.
I guess.
But at least we finally have streams that are like official ones that we can pull from YouTube, and it's going to look better. We don't have to record off a stupid Twitch.
Yeah. And then you have to...
I love Twitch as a platform for what it is, but my God, their VOD is shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's total, utter garbage.
Yeah, and then it was just a pain. It's just a pain. Plus, I get better feeds off of YouTube, except for today.
Actually, the YouTube one looked way better than what we were getting on Twitch today, so...
The Twitch one, I have about 6 faces going on right now.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know either. It could be something running in the background that's slowing shit down on my PC. Who knows? Anyway, now that we're done with that, let's we'll wrap this one up. And thanks a lot, everybody that's been in and out tonight. It's been great. Everybody watching replays on YouTube, listening to us in podcast land, thank you very much. Anyone on YouTube, please hit a like, hit a subscribe, hit the bell, get alerts. It means a lot to us. It helps us out. Also, get yourself involved in the conversation a little bit more. Start commenting. We love all that stuff. Everybody on in podcast land, please hit a review if you're on the iTunes platform. If you're on other ones, give us a review any way you can. Contact us on social media. All the links are on the screen or in our descriptions. We have a Discord channel. We have a Patreon channel, which we're going to be doing some more stuff with. I'm working on an outtakes video. I was going to do some kind of VOD type things and best plays of the week that I'm going to throw up there. I got to figure out how I want to do that, because, like we were saying, the way the replays are dropping, because I wanted to do ones that weren't just... I wanted to get different angles and stuff like that and talk about how the play worked and, that kind of stuff. But we're going to do more of that kind of thing on Patreon. So if you would like to donate to that, that would be great. It helps us get out and get to some of these venues and check these things out live and, show you guys, if you can't go, what's going on there.
And anybody that, no matter what platform you're on, if you go to YouTube and go through and like all of our videos, we would greatly appreciate it, because... like even on the stream today, we've had some people go and downvote stuff, so it really helps. It boosts us up with the likes and stuff. So we appreciate all of that, guys. And boo to the people that downvoted us.
Yeah, well, that's your opinion.
Yeah,
there's other people that like it. I'm assuming they're gripey people from somewhere else.
Who knows?
Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I had fun doing it. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about downvotes.
Yeah.
Guys, if you like it, come on in. If you don't, someone else will come in. We'll have fun.
Exactly.
I'm going to have fun doing it no matter what.
Exactly. But thank you guys so much for joining us.
Definitely.
And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Catch you on the next one.
Don't forget that it's crunch time.
Thank you for joining Crunch Time. Can we get Pringles instead?
Yes,
that's
Pringles.
All right, guys. We will talk to you later.
Catch you guys in the next one. Later.